Welcome back to our final session in our second module this week. One of the things several things we're going to cover. One is how to overcome the storylines in your head, how to build a life in which grace abounds, and how to gain victory over old messages and create a serene mind. And you got that. You master this. You can walk through anything, and that trap door will not shut. All right. Brene Brown, and I really think her material is incredible. I highly recommend anything you can get from her. One of her quotes is that shame derives its power from being unspeakable. If we don't talk about it, it gives it power. If we speak shame, it begins to wither. And she says, just like the way exposure to light was deadly to the gremlins, and language and story bring light to shame and destroy it. I'm encouraging you over and over to write out your story, to do your storyline, to keep up with what's going on inside of you, being aware of it. Awareness destroys the power of shame in your life. And when the shame gets destroyed, one of the things you're going to really notice is that the trust in yourself and who you are and what you know, what you feel, what you think, what you desire, and what you intuit blossoms. So let's go. Let's go after this. Now, some of the shame that one of the things I want to share with you about is that how shame flat out imprisons us. It locks us up in a jail. And the story of that is our jailer. What keeps us there is the story that I'm not enough. I'm a failure. I'm too weak. I'm incompetent. I am stupid. I am unlovable. I'm not wantable. Any of those stories on there keeps us in this jail. It keeps us in prison. So this is what Brené's talking about. Okay, own this stuff. Okay, this is my story. One of my stories was that I believed that I was stupid. Now, I'm not stupid, but that's what I told myself, and I lived that out. It drove my life for years until I finally got it through that, hey, I'm not stupid. I never forget when I started making A's in college, I'm thinking, oh, man, who is the professor playing a joke on me? Did somebody switch my papers? How could I have done that? And it took me a semester or two to get past this point that, hey, this is me. I'm making A's. Maybe I'm not stupid. And I eventually began to get over that. It took some time. Now, if we don't deal with those stories, then walking through life with those stories in our head is like walking through a field of traps, bear traps, no less. And it's like, how are we going to get through this thing? It's going to drive us. We live at a sense. This heightens anxiety. As we walk through our daily life with these stories snapping like traps, we never know when we're going to step into a trap and that we go down a rabbit hole. Now, the way out of that is this. Gratitude begets a perspective. It is a perspective changer. It is a game changer. It is one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal you'll ever have. Gratitude begets grace. Grace will provide freedom, incredible freedom, to be at the show-up place, to meet at the show-up place with others. And out of grace naturally flows love and allows intimacy. You want to get there to intimacy? You want to get there to trust? This is the journey. This is the route. Now, gratitude, it is absolutely the biggest game changer. It is the key to acceptance. It is the key to self-acceptance. It's the key to acceptance of individuals in your life. It's the key to acceptance to your life. Most of us hide, and we don't want to come to the show-up place. We don't trust being in the show-up place because we don't like us. We don't like ourselves. And our perspective is that I suck, my life sucks, and I don't want to be me. I want to be somebody else, somewhere else, doing something else. That's why we don't want to come to the show-up place. Now, as we process this thing in gratitude is about speaking truth in the moment. I am grateful for this. It's accepting affirmation. As you begin to practice this, the list that you've been working on every single day, as you do it more and more, you begin to accept, this is who I am. This is me. And then you begin to believe your truth. Now, it takes time. I never will forget the time, and I probably said this earlier, is that when I heard God say he liked me. It blew my mind. I didn't believe it at first. Yeah, you're talking to somebody else, not me. And then, I said, you sure? And I'd ask him the next day, tell me, hey, you know what you said yesterday? Tell me again. I want to hear it again. And then after a while, it's like, okay, I get it. You like me. And I don't know why. I don't have a clue, but okay, I get it. And then I kept moving in that direction and kept asking to remind me. And after a while, I knew I was likable. God liked me. Now, not everybody in the universe is going to like me. I get that. But it doesn't matter anymore because it doesn't change whether you like me or you don't. Either way, I'm still likable. Now, what that happens to do is it changes perspective. It changes how you see yourself in this universe. And when you change how you see yourself in this universe, your brain begins to change. Healing takes place. That implicit knowledge deep inside that nobody else can do anything about but you begins to shift. When you think about coming to the show up place, it's a whole different experience. No one can push you there. No one can drag you there. That has to be something you choose to do when you go to the show up place. And you know something? When I did that, somebody showed up for me. It was the most incredible thing. And it's been an incredible relationship. Now, gratitude is the most powerful tool to overcome shame. It is the key to unshakable self-acceptance. Do you see why I encourage you to do daily gratitude list and focus on you? Just you. I don't care if you got it down to your toenails to be grateful for. It doesn't matter. You're grateful for your hair. You're grateful for you not having hair. You're grateful for, your character qualities. You're grateful for, you get down to everything you can. I'm grateful because of the way I can cook breakfast. I'm grateful for the way, I'm a good sleeper. I'm grateful for the way I can fall asleep so quick. Just keep going. If you're getting down to your toenails on what you're being grateful for, then you've got a pretty exhaustive list. But it's forcing you to continue to look at you as God sees you. As God sees you. Because, see, you're his work. And he's committed to keeping it up until the day of Christ, until the very end. He says, I'm not going to give up on you. And you're my work. You're my pride and joy. And then you practice gratitude and you continue to look at yourself through that, then your universe will shift. Now remember this. Not only do you go from gratitude, you move to grace. Now grace provides freedom. Now we can't give what we do not have. You can't give love. You can't give grace. You can't give that to anybody. There's nothing you can't, if you don't have it, you can't give it. So you can't give that to others until you've given it to yourself. Grace starts here. Grace starts here. And it's a key to your freedom. It gets you out of jail. Grace sets our brain free. It allows us to let go of those messages. It creates an attitude with us that it's like, here's some definitions. It's a state of being considerate and thoughtful toward yourself. Shame causes me to beat myself up when I haven't done something. I lash myself worse than anybody else in the world. Then it's like, it confers dignity and honor on me. I don't have to have anybody else to confer dignity and honor on me. I can do it myself. And then I can just strut my stuff wherever I'm going. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm not talking about narcissistic and boastful and proud. I'm saying, hey, this is good. Not bad. 65. Hey, I'm good. This is good. And then it shows mercy and pardon. One of the most difficult people on this universe that I've had to forgive and pardon and show mercy to was not the people out there that have hurt me. It's to me. I've been the hardest on myself, to forgive myself last, to be merciful to me, to pardon me from some of my idiotic and stupid and crazy things I've done in my life when the monkey's been driving my bus. Now, we can live in the moment. We can practice over and over. We can get through this if you'll do it. And you're going to discover that you break through this wall of shame. There's going to be victory for you. I encourage you to keep going, keep living in the moment, living in the now, because that's where you exist. You don't exist yesterday. You don't exist tomorrow yet. Now is all you have, living in the moment. Now remember this. As you work through gratitude, your perspective begins to change. As you begin to practice grace. Now, when I'm talking about gratitude, I'm talking about practicing it, writing that list, doing it, saying it. One of the things that I did sometimes, frustrates my family, but it's like I can get them all together on the table. I'm saying, okay, let's say something we're grateful for today. And all of them go, but it's like, okay, but it's a game changer. I know it's a game changer. And if I can shift their world, their universe 2 degrees today, where are they going to be in 5 years or 10 years? Holy schmoly, it's going to be great. And then that begets grace, provides freedom. And then guess what comes through? Love. And that love allows us intimacy with another. Now, remember this. Boundaries are about keeping the short place safe. It's about you showing up at the short place and being who you are. It's giving you honor and respect for your own desires and those others. It may not be just you. Maybe you're going to have to honor somebody else's desires. Now, maybe they want something different than you, but they have the right to desire that. Maybe they feel something different than you. You honor that because that's who they are too. You honor what you think and what they think. You honor what you know and what they know. And you honor what you sense in your gut. And if they sense something different, that's fine. In other words, that's on their side of the fence here. This is over here on yours. When you create a relationship like this, then you're going to find people showing up. And you're going to trust this. And you're going to trust this when somebody else shows up on the other side. And you're going to know whether they're being trustworthy or not. We'll cover that later in one of the other sessions. But this is what I want you to know. We're going to stop for today. We're through with this module. I want you to continue working on your gratitude list. This is a daily habit. I want you to do it daily. I want you to continue your daily habits, meditation, daily practice, breath work, safe place, and make daily list of situations that you need to add boundaries and safety in your life. All right, this ends up our session and module 2. See you next week.